Chapter 2. Remembering. What happens to memories? What happens to the memories that we held in our arms? Do they disappear and go away, vanish to a never place we will not visit ever again? What happens to those memories? Do they continue to visit us like phantom ghosts, reminding us that this or that did happen? It is not our imagination, but it was. What happens to memories that we held in our arms? Do they flee us and taunt us, or we can't get them back? They are gone as real things, but they did happen. Once upon a time, things were different. I will try and remind myself of that and live in those memories once in a while. I will enjoy them, for they will always be mine. Right there's a little girl when they told me my mother died. I cried, and they told me to shut up. That is when I started doing what they said and stopped living for me. Remembering. Here comes the bride walking down the aisle in a long white dress, gossamer veiling draped around her face. On the arm of her dad, she's shining. And the groom, all dressed in black velvet, everything neat. He had met his friends in the back of the church and snorted something sweet. And they joined hands and were married, and swore before God to always stay together. Once again, the room was dim, cold. It had an ominous feeling about it. Shadows were bouncing off the walls, playing with my imagination. I've been here before, less than a year ago. How could this be happening again? A forced birth, the end of a lovely evening that had started with dinner by the beach. 120 miles away, in a French restaurant, Le Coco Beach, in Napeague, Long Island. Oh, the food was exquisite that night, rich and decadent. Duck salad, lobster taken out of the shell and placed on a waiting plate and covered in a secret sauce. The chef would never tell me what it was. And finally, 3 homemade sorbets, coconut, peach, and berry, topped off with a flat, feather-like wafer of a lemon-flavored tart. Soft candlelight cast a rosy, warm glow over everything, making it look like a sensual scene in a foreign film. After dinner, I went to the bathroom, and my water broke. Had I eaten too much? Outside, the ocean was pulling as torrents of rain came tumbling down, and the phones and the streetlights were dead. I screamed as my husband put me in the car, and we stumbled down a black road, searching for a working phone. We found one in East Hampton. And after reaching the doctor, we foolishly made the long trip back to New York, to Beth Israel Hospital. Why hadn't I gone to a closer hospital? I don't know. I just wasn't thinking. The baby was 6 months in my womb. I had been a preemie, 6 months, 2 pounds. In 1945, I had made it. My baby would live. I needed to go back to New York, for I trusted the doctor. She was new with this pregnancy. She reminded me of someone. I felt safe with her. By the time we got to the hospital, the admitting doctor said it was too late. Tissue was hanging out of the cervix, and there would be infection. The doctor and the midwife arrived. They gave me something to bring on labor, and they gave me Demerol to ease the pain. It was a rough birth, The baby was breech. After she was born, they placed her in my arms. She was so tiny, so black and blue. I named her Marie, after the ballerina, my mom, Marie. It was so sad, my husband and I crying together and looking once again on a small life we would never have. I remember they tried to get the placenta out and had to put me to sleep. When I woke up in the recovery room, it hit me. Once again, I was empty inside. My baby was no more. She had died. I shrieked, and they gave me something to shut me up. After all, everyone else was happy around me. They couldn't let me spoil the mood. They shut me up, took away my feelings, and I still haven't been able to get back to that place, the shut-off place, gone forever. People should allow grief, but they took away my pain. They numbed that moment of realization. Will it ever come back? See the stars so high. See the stars so high. Many memories have crossed their eyes. They've watched a smile turn and cry. They saw me lose your love, and it wasn't the first time that I'd lost a child. But I mustn't give up hope. There's a reason. Though the years are slipping by, it isn't easy. Looking at the stars so high, I'll hold on to my soul. I've worked on my career, but now I need a home. I want so much to have a tiny friend I can call my own, a little baby boy or girl. Oh, I've waited so long. I never heard you cry. You were born too young to say goodbye. The doctor said, I'm sorry I can't save her. Oh, your father standing there, watching you be born. It was very sad. The midwife asked me, would you like to see her? I said yes. And they let me hold you. Looking at the stars so high, I'll hold on to my soul. I've worked on my career, but now I need a home. I want so much to have a tiny friend I can call my own. A little baby boy or girl. I've waited oh so long. A little baby boy or girl that I can call my own. See the stars so high. I see the stars so high. Many memories have crossed their eyes. Such horror to lose a child. You feel like there's nothing left. Everything seems dark, seems black, seems over. Nothing makes sense. Then suddenly a miracle takes place. A child finds you from the sky. You are a mother. How did this happen? It just did. It just did. 36 hours old, he put his little hand around my finger, and the joy was overpowering. He looked so much like me. I felt he was one of my babies who had somehow found their way back to me. Children are angels. They see inside your heart. They touch you with gentleness. Not long ago, they lived in a magical place, laughing and playing, running with joy, flowers and powder blue skies, meadows of green. One day, they arrived in a different place, so far away from what they knew. A new beginning, a new day. They move on, joyful little souls, trusting and dancing in the light. Miracles in the making. Our child. Our child went away with you today. It was your turn to be with him. It was the first time he'd ever been away from me for more than a few days. I packed his bag and held him very close, his tiny little face, his tender, warm embrace, so trusting was his heart. We smiled at each other, and then we said goodbye. He turned to go with you, and it tore me up inside. I watched you walk down the path to the car. Then I watched you drive away. Our child went away with you today. The papers. I heard a car in the driveway, a door slam, and footsteps come up the path. I was cozy on the couch. I'd just taken a bath. I remember seeing a bright apricot jacket, the color of the year. I saw dark, severely pulled back hair. I felt fear. She said, "Barbara?" I didn't say, "Come in." Yes, I said, "I'm Barbara." She opened up the screen, walked over to me and handed me the papers, then turned to leave. Betrayed in my own home, I shook with disbelief. It said, "Your name, the plaintiff, against the defendant." Me? The hole in my soul is wide and deep. It will never be filled up. Losing you has killed who I am. The hole in my soul has weakened me, has taken away any desire I have to go on. You are so precious to me. Perhaps I didn't let you know. No, that could not be true. The hole in my soul, where shall I take this? Is today a day of self-pity? No, I think not. Today is a day reminding me I cannot go on anymore like this. This day, I have reached a wall of heartbreak I cannot climb over. Who I am. Crying, tears or sobs, coming from deep within, buried for years, cobwebs clearing as the feelings climb out to scream for the right to be heard. Silence after the tears. Great calm, peace, acceptance of myself, being a good parent to myself, letting myself have freedom to be who I am. I feel as if I am a shattered piece of glass. I have been stepped on and crushed. I do not exist anymore as I used to. I am different now. Bits and pieces of me have been lost along the way. They shall be swept up and disposed of, never to be heard from again. The hurt has taken part of me and vanished into thin air. It's like a wave, a big, huge wave, running after me, trying its best to drown me, to wipe me off the face of the earth. I see it looming in distance, threatening my very being from being. The magnitude of it all just paralyzed me.